Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We are on the Friend Princess family page, and we have got amazing guests for you guys. We have Kimberly and her mother, Kathy Estabrook, and they are so amazing and so influential. And if you guys have not heard of them, definitely look them up on YouTube. It is Bell89.898. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Great.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are our second guests. You guys, this is so amazing to us. We just want to thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come here and just like hang out with us girls and some princes, some princesses, and just kind of divulge into like your running world and all that kind of stuff. So you guys ready to get started?
Let's go.
Awesome. All right. Why don't you guys give us like a little bit of a background of like how you guys started running? Like, were you guys always born runners? Did you guys like grow up running, or is it just some kind of like newfound love?
So back in college, my friends were doing the Run Disney Princess Half Marathon, and I was seeing all their medals they were earning, and I was like, ooh, what do you have to do that? Because I love Disney. And they're like, you got to do a half marathon. So that sparked some interest, and then I signed up for my first Princess Half Marathon for 2013, back like in August 2012. And my dad, I convinced him to do that with me because he used to run in college. And then slowly but surely, we got Mom on board. She did the 5K that Princess weekend, and we all just walked it, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then within a year, she did her first Princess.
My first half marathon with Princess 2014.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my gosh, how fun. Do you remember, Kimberly, what the medal was that like your friend had and you were like, oh my gosh, that's really cool? Or did they have a plethora of them?
So they're the old style, like with the crown or the tiara sort of.
Oh,
and then the little chain with it. It's come a long way.
It's come. I know, because Cinderella's like, "Papa," and it's like, whoa, that was big. So both of your ladies' first Run Disney races were Princess. So 2013 and then 2014.
Yes.
How fun! Did you guys do any races before? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kathy.
Oh, that's when it was. I'm sorry.
No. You're doing awesome.
Those were the days. There weren't that many runners then, with Run Disney.
Those were the days, ladies.
That you could sign up late.
We signed up for the 5K the week we were going to Princess. It was open. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because like Princess right now, like let's say, well, this year's kind of been a little bit different to get into next year.
Like in the past, it would all sell out. Yeah.
Yeah. It sells out like really, really fast, right? I've only signed up once, so I have no idea.
So usually the 5Ks and the 10Ks sell out like within the same registration day, like 30 minutes, an hour.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. How many people do you think were there for the 2013 and the 2014?
Maybe, is it usually like in the,
I
would say like this past year, there was like 20-ish, 25,000.
I was thinking like 27,000 in the recent races, but back then it
maybe 10, 15.
Maybe 10.
Oh my gosh. That would be amazing.
Yeah, you felt like you were for LA.
That's crazy. Oh no. I lost you guys for a second.
13, my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry. Our internet.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and repeat what you guys just said. I lost you for a second.
In 2013, there weren't many men that ran the race, and my husband decided to run it. And he said the ladies were all talking to him.
I had to tell those ladies, back off, ladies. He's taken.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's hilarious. She's like, I'm a married man. That's awesome. Do you guys remember what you guys dressed up as?
Oh my goodness. So I wore a cotton t-shirt, not knowing, and then like a skirt to go with it, a Minnie Mouse skirt.
Oh,
and
how
then
cute.
the next year I knew how to dress better.
A little bit
So
better.
like a Snow White outfit, which was made for running. And then Mama, you wore.
I wore the gray t-shirt that they gave with the Run Disney race. And
Oh,
then
nice.
bought a light blue princess
They used to-
Cinderella
They used
skirt.
to be sparkle skirts, and now they're bolder athletic
Okay.
with pockets.
Ah, okay. I have yet to, I think I randomly bought a Boulder
Yes.
once. It was like Star Wars. Someone was like, you need to buy this. And I was like, okay. They sent me the link. I got
And then
excited.
I had a sparkle Athleta
Athletic.
visor with a tiara
Yeah.
Oh,
You were
those,
this.
because I had to have something to show I was doing a princess race.
oh my gosh. Okay, so that's back when they had them like labeled too, right? It said like, did it say princess on it, or was it just like the Sparkle Athletic, like
Just-
standard, like solid one?
The standard with the little tiara attached.
Those are so comfortable.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. That's really cool. So you guys have been running for a really long time and like doing Run Disney for a really long time and stuff too. Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
like 2013, 2014.
I think I only did like a turkey 5K before Princess and then like a 10K before Princess. So those were my outside of Disney races just to
Okay.
get in the ball field. And then Mama slowly got to doing, I think in 2014, she did the Walt Disney World Marathon 5K and 10K with me. And then she jumped to the half the next month.
And the 10K was the inaugural.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
We
awesome.
were excited. It was the first one, the first 10K at Disney World.
Oh my goodness. The stories you guys must have from doing like all of these like Run Disney races. It's so amazing. What was like, okay, so you just said that you've done like the turkey trot, like 10K, and then like another kind of like, or the 5K was the
Yeah.
turkey trot and then a 10K. Because that was gonna be my next question. Have you done anything outside of Run Disney? But I guess
So
that's
I was doing that, and then after Princess, I did a lot more like local 5Ks, a local half marathon. Then I went to Disneyland for Dumbo 2013,
how
and I got
fun.
hooked with Disneyland.
Okay,
Miss-
that's
And then
awesome.
Mama, you didn't jump into the local races until like 2014, probably.
I think 2014, I pretty much started our local races and they became a lot of fun. So we made it a regular routine doing the local races, the 5Ks.
I think
Oh,
you were
awesome.
scared. She thought it was like all professional runners.
Yes.
And if she joined these local 5Ks, she'd be the last one. And that's not the case. It's, there's so many people and different skills. It's worth trying.
Amen. I totally agree with that. Okay, so you guys have both done Disney and Walt Disney World,
Yes.
right? Okay, so for those two, because I know like that Run Disney for Disneyland shut down just like a few years ago. Which
Mhm.
one do you guys like better? I know that that's like a really hard one, but what did you just say? Did you just say Disneyland?
Disneyland.
No, I did 2 races at Disneyland. I did Tinkerbell 2015 and Tinkerbell 2016.
Okay.
So I had those 2 experiences from Disneyland.
That's
And they
so
were
oh.
fun.
What's the biggest difference between like Disneyland and Walt Disney World?
More park time, running in the parks early in the
Okay.
morning. World of Color was lit up. Just, you can't beat
Oh
that.
my gosh, how fun.
And then for Disneyland half and Avengers, and I'm not sure because I didn't get to do Star Wars out there, but
Mhm.
you got to run through Angel Stadium. And I mean, come on.
Wow. Yeah. So you get like
Yeah.
a whole heap of stuff. Because
Yeah.
at least with Princess at Walt Disney World, because that's the only one that I've done, you do a lot of like freeway time, which is fine because it's flat. Like I come from California, so like it's not flat out here whatsoever. I'm like, oh, this is nice. But to
Yeah.
run through Disneyland though, that sounds like so much fun. That sounds amazing. For
Yeah, and
sure.
we got to run in Disneyland. You ran through neighborhoods with the local people. So they'd be sitting on their doorsteps cheering you, and you'd
How
run by
cool.
shops and restaurants, and
You could smell breakfast, and it's
Yes.
like, oh,
Excuse me, can I have a bite of your breakfast, please?
You're
That's so
welcome.
nice. Thank you.
And there were lots of high school bands playing.
Mhm.
So
Oh, how
Just-
fun.
the excitement of all that would get get you moving.
Oh, totally. And what time would you guys be like running through the neighborhoods and stuff?
I think it start around 5:30 like usual, and then you do the first maybe 2 to 4 miles depending on which race it was in the resort, and then you'd work your way out to the highway. And
There was daylight, so would it be around 8 o'clock? 8.
maybe 7.
Okay.
It's been
So
a
they're
while.
not sitting out there for like hours,
No.
3 o'clock in the morning. They're like,
No.
"Hey, runners."
No.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. That's a
It
random
could
question.
be, but
Where we want our runners. Just kidding. Like that would be really early. Okay, and then I know you guys did go to Paris too, yes?
oh yes,
Okay.
that was a dream come true for me. I got to go last September, and I am so thankful I got to go then, because who would have known all this stuff would have happened. And
Yeah. What was the highlight of going to Paris, you think?
I have dreamed about going to Paris since I saw Beauty and the Beast as a little girl.
So this is like an
this was
engraved
like, this is,
bucket list.
yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
yeah.
That's awesome. When was it presented to you for Run Disney? Like you were like, oh my goodness, like Run Disney does it in Paris. Like this is something that I need to do.
So I signed up with my friend Cindy for the inaugural Disneyland Paris half, and that was back in 2015.
I think it
We
was
signed up, and then
15.
that's when I got Lyme disease and just everything. And we both, I think there was a lot of riots going on in Paris, and so we just
gosh.
said, forget it, we're not going to do it, and we'll try another time. And then finally, Joyful Miles, I'm friends with a bunch of them, and they're like, you want to come with us? And I was like, yes, please, sign me up.
You're either gonna stick me in your luggage or you're gonna invite me. But either way, I'm coming.
Yes, and I was
That's
blessed.
awesome.
So we had a joining room, and I was blessed to stay with Jen Sorensen.
Oh,
And she is a sweetheart, and she's gluten-free like me, and she's been to Paris before, so I felt like I was with a travel guide the whole time, just taken care of.
perfect. Way to go, Jen. Great job,
Yeah.
girl.
Yes.
So
Oh, that's so much fun. Okay, so now running, are they all at night still, or did they switch that to days?
well, okay, the 5K is at night, and we went into the city that morning, which if I had to do again, I'd still do, because why not be in Paris that morning? And so we were a little tired because we did that all day and then came back and then did the race at night. And then you start the 10K early the next morning, like 7 a.m. So it's not as early as Florida, but still early after running late at night. And then you do the half marathon the next day. And it was a challenge for me because it's kilometers over there. So like 5 kilometers there's 5 different kilometer signs instead of mile signs.
Yeah.
And then especially the 10K was endless. We are all grumpy at the end. We were just, get us done. And then the half marathon, a lot of signs, but you get to run in Disneyland Paris, Disney Studios, and the gorgeous French countryside. And
Oh my goodness.
I was just basking it up. And then you're in a little town, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm Belle, living the dream. Yeah. So I was hoping a French hunk would have run by, but no.
Dang it. Next time. Next time.
That would have been a fairy tale.
That would have been, I mean, who doesn't want like a French baker or like a little nice Frenchman that says, ooh la la, as you're running? It's like perfect. What,
I know.
what do you think you'll go again? Are you waiting to go again? Or are you gonna, okay.
Yeah, so there's talks to go in 21, but then with all this going on, and especially this year was supposed to be the anniversary year, so I'm sure all those people are now signed up for 21, so I don't know if there's space and if it'll be safe to try internationally.
Yeah.
Maybe 22 or later. And I gotta save money for it.
I know, right? Because it's probably pretty pricey.
It's better than you think. It is comparable to like a Disney World trip, but then little things like souvenirs and eating and
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh, how fun. So now comparing like Disneyland to Paris, which one would you say would be more of your favorite? Hitting you with the tough questions.
That is tough. Ooh. That's tough.
They each have their equal like memories and
Paris had more hills, little hills that you didn't think were hills, and then you're like, oh.
wait a second.
Okay, I'm gonna say Disneyland Paris because it's Paris, but back
It's
here,
Paris.
Disneyland.
Okay. All right. Solid answer. All right. So going on to your YouTube, how long have you had a YouTube channel for?
Oh, while I didn't start running.
2014.
Yeah,
Mom's like, I know this.
I know.
Because my first running at the Princess Half Marathon, Kimberly put that video out, and that might have been one of the first videos.
Yeah.
And
we have 7,000 views on that.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. I mean, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's so cool.
I think that was one of the first.
Yeah, I did film little things here and there, but nothing like trip related, nothing. Yeah. And then I regret not starting like with my first half marathon, but you got to start somewhere. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't film my first so I could just experience it. Because when you're filming and running, it's a completely different ball game. So,
and that video, it was nice. We had Kim's dad running with us, so he was actually the one filming both of us, so that was nice that the video was the two of us running.
Yeah.
And
that's so cool.
He did the majority of the filming.
Okay, that's awesome. What made you want to start a YouTube channel and to start kind of like recording your journeys of doing running and stuff?
Just to share like how much fun it can be, because when you, at least for me, like growing up, when I thought of running, I was like, ugh, that doesn't sound fun. So
at the time, it still doesn't sound fun. I don't want to run.
Yeah, that's especially after a virtual marathon, it's like we need a break. We need.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit harder, I'm sure, for right now. But I think that for like this year though, like having you guys have like YouTube and stuff, it's really helped a lot of people stay motivated and to remind, so especially for people who like haven't gone to like Walt Disney World to do like the runs or anything like that, it's really helped them get them still excited. I don't necessarily think it's going to be exactly the same as what it was in February, but I think it could possibly get back to that. I think that's the end goal. So you guys are doing an outstanding job on that front. So thank you guys for having your guys' YouTube channel because it's absolutely epic. So I mean, that's my personal opinion. What made you come up with the idea of Belle? Is it .898?
Yes. So on Instagram, I've always been Belle898, and then when I finally switched from Kimberly Estabrook on YouTube to like Belle898, that was already taken by somebody else. So I thought I had to add a little dot. So, but Belle's my favorite princess, and then 898, I just like the numbers and how it sounded. So
yeah. That's awesome. Do people sometimes kind of like scream out, "Hey Belle," like 898 or okay?
Yeah. So back at Princess 2017, we were in line for Donald Duck or Daisy Duck, and a guy's like, "Belle," and I'm just like, where does he see Belle? I want to go here. And he had to say it several times. So I was like, oh.
Wait a second, that's me. You're like, oh no. Oh, you cut out just a quick bit. You guys are good now. Oh, that's so funny. No, you're good. You're good. That's so funny. You're like, wait a second, that's me. Solid. I got this. Oh my goodness. How did you pick out the song that you have? Because I love your guys' theme song that you have. Like I'm always like jamming to it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is so good. How did you pick that song for it?
So I am part of Epidemic Sound, where you pay like a monthly fee and then you can use their music on YouTube and other platforms. And I did a lot of research, and that when I played that, it just sounded like Disney to me, and it sounded like I could relate to. And I was like, there we go. We're using that.
That's so awesome. It's a really like fun, lighthearted, like it gets you, it really does. It totally gets you in kind of like that Disney spirit and you're like, every day. And you're like, oh, that's so much fun. I totally love it.
Aw.
We'll ask like a fun one right now. What do you guys listen to music or do you guys more listen to like podcasts?
I'm a music person. If I'm running by myself, I have to have music. And then when
Okay.
I'm with Mama, I usually don't do music so I can just make sure she's doing okay and I can hear her.
Okay.
But
So more, I guess, sorry, what? I'm sorry.
let's see, Mama, if she had to run with music, I'm guessing it would be Hamilton. Because she loves her little Thomas Jefferson singing on Hamilton. And that will get you going.
Oh,
That will.
no, I
Oh.
won't wear earphones because I don't want anything to distract me for safety. But
That makes sense.
we've run 2 outside half marathons. Well, Kimberly's done more outside of
Aren't they
Disney.
all outside?
They're all
They're indoor tracks. It's
But-
totally fine. You just run in circles.
but we did the Divas half marathons.
Oh,
And
fun.
there was one of them that we were towards the end, I forget, maybe mile 12.
Mhm.
And Kimberly was trying to get me to run faster because she was trying to get me under 3 hours that time. And so then she gave me her headphones with Paint the Night.
Yeah, when can we do this again?
And so I started singing to the headphone, the music. And there were these ladies running behind us and they were in stitches laughing. And I didn't care what I
They
sounded
thought
like.
it was cute.
You do
But
what you gotta do.
It got me running.
But I
That's a
think
great
Mama, if she had to, it would be like the Greatest Showman soundtrack.
That's a good one.
Or what other songs were you singing recently, Mama?
I don't know.
You're singing something. Newsies. The list goes on.
List goes on. No, musical type stuff though.
We
Yeah.
did one Disney race. It might have been Wine and Dine, and they were doing the Greatest Showman song.
Oh, Mama's
Around-
marathon when we came into Animal Kingdom.
Oh, it was the marathon.
This is me. And I started tearing up.
So-
Mama was singing.
And it was very
Oh.
touching because it was like all the people around us were singing, and you just felt the excitement, and it is like you felt like you're part of a big group that everybody was gonna get through this marathon. So
That's
But
so awesome.
I'll answer. For me, it's either Disney, it's like musicals, it's Christian rock like Skillet. It's also pop, country. It's just a wide range. Anything I'll be like moving along to, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta have those like little pushes at those right moments. That's awesome, and I love Skillet too. Skillet's fabulous for sure. You guys are kind of like a dynamic duo, and I know a lot of people don't necessarily like run with their family or with their moms. So how did you two kind of like meet up and like run together? I know, like obviously you guys are like in the same house,
Thanks.
and I know that was kind of like, well, we just met at birth, you know, it's not bad. Like, because it's sometimes hard to like run with like a person continually like the same pace and like everything like that. So you guys make it seem so effortlessly, and it's like a really cool thing, and like that's like a beautiful bond that you guys have. So kind of like explain however you want to explain that.
well, I was her training buddy because Mr. James, when he goes out to run with Mama, he's too soft on her, and I had to have some boundaries. So I'm the training person. And then, so I trained her back for her first half marathon. And then, trying to think.
I didn't do much training.
Mm-mm.
I just waited till the races, and then I thought, why should I train? Just get out on the race and use all my energy for the race. So
But I want to say you didn't start running with me until you did Princess 2017 5K with me. And then,
maybe
but
it was
no. when I got Lyme disease, she was my run-in buddy because she'd go on trips with me, like to Wine and Dine and Princess and other things. So,
And then we got into let's make it fun and make costumes after watching everybody at the races wearing costumes.
That's awesome. What was the first costume that you guys did together?
I want to say officially it was 2017 Wine and Dine as the airline stewardess.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
We did the 10K as sailors, and then we did the half as the stewardess, and we wore little wigs and had our little suitcases. And
that's awesome.
Compliments. Yeah. We carried these little suitcases, the 13.1 miles, and people kept saying, "Are you going to carry that all the way?" And we said, "Yes." And I had my jacket in it. I had some snacks in it. They came in, and that little suitcase was perfect.
It's a fabulous idea. You can carry all of your stuff that you need to carry. I mean, that's genius in reality, because those mornings can get cold. So
yeah,
it's definitely. What's been like your favorite race you guys have done like together? And then like, do you guys always do races together, or do you some? Because I know, Kimberly, you went to like Paris without your mom. So what's like your favorite race that you guys have done individually, and then like you guys have come together, and it's been like you guys have really cheered each other on to push each other?
Individually, I would say Avengers. Well, Disneyland half and Avengers half 2017, because I was with Joyful Miles, and that was just a blast, and I was so blessed to be able to run with them. And then Disneyland Paris, that was amazing. And usually on marathon weekends, I'm by myself or with friends. So I didn't get Mama to do that with me until 2019, and I would have to say that's the #1 race with Mama, because I panicked at mile 21. She was starting to go off the side of the road. Little did we know she had low sodium, and it was a health issue. So we went to the medics, and Mama got Powerade and ice, and they were trying to take care of her, and she just took off, and she was motivated to keep moving.
Because I was determined to finish that race.
Yeah.
Yes,
you were.
Yes. And we had our sweet friend Julie from England with us, who that was her first marathon, and she asked if she could tag along, and we were like, of course. So that was such sweet, because those two were bonding as well. And I was like, come on, ladies.
And I kept telling Julie, go leave us at any point, because you want to finish the race.
And she's like, no.
No, she said, we're in this together, so we're going to stick together. So it was special.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I thought it was precious, because Mama was like, we're not doing character stops. I'm too worried about the balloon ladies, blah, blah, blah. First character stop we see is Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, and Mama's like, oh, hello, hunk.
You have to stop for him. I didn't he's there. Girls, letting you all know, Ren Princess family, stop for Star-Lord. That was marathon?
Yes, and that's what I miss about Disneyland, because Florida, if people don't know, Universal owns the Marvel rights mostly for Florida. So
isn't it free
Disneyland, they don't have any limits. So they had Loki, and let me tell you, Loki is nice fun, and I'll get you to run, ladies.
Or stand in a very long line, Yes.
That's
awesome. Oh my gosh. Now I'm all flustered, and I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Do you have a question to ask yourself while I figured it? No, just kidding.
Yeah, but what's your memorable race, Mama?
I think the Divas one, because it was my goal to really try to get under 3 hours, but I got in at 3:05 or 3:07,
which is fine. That's better than your time before.
Disney races, we don't do it for the speed.
Nope.
And, we just do it for the fun and being with people. So I don't count the races. Like, I want to get a special time for them.
Yeah.
But, and then there was a 5K I did by myself. My very first 5K I had to do by myself because that was right when Kimberly got Lyme disease and she had spent 5 days in the hospital and she was confined to a wheelchair and a walker.
Wow.
And the doctors told her she would never run again. And the 5K was scheduled for, it was a local one. It was like the week later after she got out of the hospital. And Kimberly kept saying she wanted to know if she could walk it, and the doctors said no. So I decided I would go on the 5K by myself. And I was all nervous because I was like, you know, here I am. There, the race we did was in the fall. It was a pumpkin race, and there aren't many runners that sign up for that one. So I thought, well, I'll do it by myself. And so I did, and Kimberly and her dad were on the side of the road cheering for me, and Kim was in her wheelchair, and Kim dressed up for it. She was in an orange sparkle skirt, and she wore a running outfit that she would have run with me.
Yeah.
But I purposely that day said, I'm going to get in the fastest I can. And that race I got in 35 minutes
Which
for
we
the
were
5K,
shocked.
which I was really shocked because I had been doing like 37, 38, 40 minutes. So I just made it a point. I wanted to get in, and I told Kim I did this for you. So
Oh, that's amazing.
And then
Congratulations.
I was proud because after that, she started doing local races. Like we'd all do it as a family, but then we'd all do our own pace, and Mama would take off sometimes and just say, I want to run by myself and see what I can do. And I was like, okay, do it.
Wow, that's amazing. Good for you.
yes.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. And that's really, really beautiful to carry on for your daughter to run for Kimberly during that race. That's amazing.
But with all our local walking and running here, it's the two of us have bonded because it's a safety issue, you know, and you know, I think people have to use wisdom out there and be safe and
Yeah.
feel safe in numbers. And, you know, we go out, and it helps knowing there's that safety aspect. And like on the 21 miles or the 26 mile, the marathon we did last weekend, I thought, you know, I'm not signed up for this. I don't have the obligation that I have to do it. And I had the opportunity. Kim's dad could have taken me away at mile 20. It's mile 16.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I'm going to stick in there. And so I did what I could, and I stayed further back than Kim at spots. But I told her, you just keep going like you're doing the race, because, you know, you have to get the timing. And I did my pace. And, but it, you know, you have to use wisdom where you run.
Yes. Yeah. Especially being a woman.
Yeah, you can't, it's fine if you run by yourself because I've done it, but you just got to be safe and keep an ear out and keep your eyes open. And
yeah. I definitely agree. Okay. So going back to what you just said, y'all just ran a marathon. So like, okay, well, we're gonna roll this back real quick. Did you guys do an in-person one, or did you guys do a virtual one?
So I signed up for the Big Sur virtual, and I wasn't sure how many. It gives you an option. You can do a challenge, which is like several races. And I just decided, you know, I want to go for it and see if we can do the marathon. And Mama has been training, and that's a first because this little lady does not really train, which she just shows up. So this was a big deal, and she was like, okay, let's do it. And then I was waiting at 16. She was slowing down a little, and I was like, okay, Mom, I'm not going to make you, 16 miles is very impressive for you. And so if you want to take a break, that's fine. And then she did the whole thing, and I was like, holy smokes, we're ready for Dopey.
Wow. So Kathy, you did not sign up for this, but you accompanied Kimberly. Wow. Way to go, ladies.
There's a lot of races I do with Kim when I'm out there, we're just one of us signs up
For the
and we-
virtual to save
Okay.
money.
to save
Yeah.
money.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the live races will both sign up to get the medals and to have the fun of running the
Mhm.
live races. But with the virtuals, we're like, just one medal's enough in the family.
We'll share it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's a great idea.
we save money that way. But I go out there just purposely to get the exercise and enjoy the fun of it.
Oh yeah. What was one of the biggest hurdles that you had to go through? Like especially because like doing a virtual marathon right now, that's so many miles that you are like kind of, I mean, not necessarily by yourself because you got mama there, but like it's a lot of work on your body with like not like the noise and like the cheering and stuff like that. So how do you like overcome something like that? Because that's a huge deal. Like that's really,
Mhm.
really amazing that you guys did that.
It's a mental game, and like mile 2, mile 3, my knee started hurting and I was like, dang it. And then I was just thinking, do I really want to do this, or do I want to slow down and do the 21 miler or like a 18? And then so it's a mental challenge. And then also I was comparing it to like the Disney marathon with the mileage, and I was like, great, we're not even in a theme park yet. Oh Lordy, this is taking forever. And then there's no cheer squad, there's no water stops, there's no bathrooms technically unless you find one, and then no distractions of talking to other runners and relating with them on the course, because
Because the bicyclists are the ones that are passing us, and you
Yeah.
can't carry a conversation with
No.
them. They zoom past.
You
they're
can try. You can totally try.
yes, they're like, good morning ma'am, to mama, and just talk to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so much fun though. That's cool. How many marathons have you done before?
I've done a real marathon. Well, I mean, this was real, but like in race,
Yeah, in person.
8, and then mama's done 1.
One.
So now she's done 2.
Now you've done 2. One in person and one virtual. That's amazing.
But after doing this 26.2 virtual, it makes the half marathon, just from our experience, like we did a virtual half marathon 2 weeks ago prior to the
Oh, fine.
full marathon. And
Okay.
it just makes it so much easier when you get out there and start running the miles. So on this past weekend when we were doing the 26th and we passed the 13 miles, I was excited because at that point I was under 3 hours. So I was real excited, and I was
Wow.
determined to keep going. But then Kim was concerned because of the health issue I had on the real marathon. Well, that I developed after the real marathon, that I needed to have liquids and there's electrolytes, and there's
Okay.
no water stops on the
Yeah.
bike trail. So our dog agrees with that.
And let me start off. I had a Propel water that I carried with me, and then mama had Gatorade. And then we both drank it we were done with it by the half marathon point. So I called my dad up and said, could you please drive on down here and give us some drinks? And that really helped. So mile 16, he joined us. And
So
that's
then
awesome.
that slowed me down, knowing that Kim's dad was coming out to meet us, to bring us drinks, because it was like I kept telling Kim, well, I can run back
no, you
up
can't.
to where we go to the 7-Eleven and I can do it. And Kim was like, no,
No.
I'm too concerned about your health, that, and so it's little things, you can distract you. And so that was one distraction I had. But that's the
nice.
thing, in the real races, you get all the water and the Gatorade or Powerade.
And
Yeah.
people telling you got this, you're doing great, keep it up. And
Yeah.
I just miss
Definitely.
the atmosphere of the people.
Yeah. That's it. That is definitely something I think a lot of people unfortunately are missing right now. But you guys are, the fact that you guys, so you did a half marathon 2 weeks ago and then you guys just did a marathon. What's kind of like next on your guys' docket?
I think Saturday this weekend we're doing a 10K.
We'll see how our legs feel.
Right.
We're gonna aim for 10K.
And then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
How do you choose the runs that you guys are doing right now? Since there aren't like any races that you guys can particularly do right now, are you sticking to some kind of like training schedule? Are you just kind of like, oh, this looks fun and this idea is pretty cool? How are you guys doing it?
I got Mama on the Jeff Galloway Dopey Challenge training plan.
Perfect.
So we normally, this week we're taking a break, but we normally do Tuesday and Thursday nights, 2 miles, and then a longer run on the weekends. And that seems to be working. And then whatever virtual races I sign up for.
In between.
Yeah. Our local running store has a bunch of them right now because they're not having them in person. So.
Oh, that's a nice outlet. That's really, really cool. So you guys are doing Dopey for marathon weekend.
Please.
I know. Please, you already took one and dined.
Yeah.
You can't take any more. Please don't take any more.
Right.
Do you guys have your guys' outfits ready for Dopey and everything, or are you guys
No.
solid? It'll be a
So
surprise to everybody.
I don't know. Well, we do have a 5K if it does happen with the Slacker friends from, if you've seen Jar Oxen Spoon on YouTube. So we might be Muppet pals with them.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
And
That's
then
so much fun.
for the 10K and half, I'm not sure. And then for the full, just something very easy to run in, but that's Dopey related probably.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Now a few minutes ago, I guess, you mentioned that you were pretty good friends with Joyful Miles. How did you guys meet them? Because I know that you just started in like 2013 with your friend showing you the medal. So how did that all come into that?
So in 2016 at Disneyland, I met Laura from Joyful Miles, and she's a sweetheart. And then so that started a friendship, and I'd see her at different race weekends. And then I saw her at Disneyland Half Marathon 2017 on the 5K course, and she was with Jackie, and that's when I officially met Jackie, who's just the sweetest. And we just clicked, and no going back.
And then you met Leslie too.
Yes, met Leslie, met Rob,
Oh, fun.
and then yeah.
That's really, really cool. They seem like a really, really nice bunch. So I'm glad that you met them. What is a bucket list race? It can be like Run Disney. It doesn't have to be Run Disney, but what is something that like looking out within like the next like 3 to 5 years, you're just like, you know what, I want to make this accomplishment. This is what I really want to like train for. Because I'm saying 3 to 5 years only because like we don't know how long this is gonna go, but like we're gonna shoot for that.
I don't know.
Any?
I don't want to commit to anything.
It's not committing. It's just like, oh, this could be a fun idea.
Kimberly's already telling me I might be doing a virtual Dopey.
Oh no.
In the worst case, I'm fingers and praying that fingers crossed that it does happen, but
Fingers crossed.
yes. I guess for me, outside of Disney, Big Sur was one of the ones I wanted to do. I'm sad because I finally got in Marine Corps with my dad. I've done it in the past by myself, and he's done it by himself, but we've never been in the lottery at the same time where we both got in. And of course, this year we both got in, and I was like, that's too good to be true.
You're like, dang it.
So Kim's doing another virtual marathon in October with her dad.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that for the Marine Corps or is that okay? For the Marine Corps, are you allowed to defer to next year so that you guys can do it again together? Okay.
Deferred to next year, and we went ahead and thought with the training, why not just do the virtual option and see. And the medal is gorgeous. They revealed it, and it's special for the 45th.
Oh, that's so cool. That's amazing. So with I know, like with, of course, like COVID kind of happening and all the races done, what's one thing that has really helped you guys like stay motivated and to stay positive? Because you two are very like joyful people. You guys, I feel like you guys choose joy every single day, which is super hard to continually
It
do
is.
that.
Yeah.
And you two ladies really do that flawlessly and effortlessly. And it's like a beautiful thing to watch, and it really comes across on YouTube. So what kind of has how does it, oh my goodness, I'm like, what are my words, can you read my mind? I'm trying to say
Yeah.
something and I'm like, how do you choose joy every single day with everything going on?
We're trying to stick to this training plan just to give us something to do to get outside, especially just getting out right now. Even if you're just going for a walk, it helps clear your head from, I think, just being in the house all day. It's not good for you mentally.
Yeah.
And it can hit you with depression and other things. So just trying to get out for a walk, and then on our little runs, like going to Starbucks and rewarding ourselves. That'll bring you joy.
Heck
Right
yeah.
there.
I mean, pumpkin spice latte, hello.
But during the COVID, the beginning months, I was out of work for 3 months. And so I just took advantage of getting out with Kim, and we would go out walking, and we didn't know how many miles we'd put in. And there were days walking, we'd put in 10 miles.
Wow.
And we just kept walking, and it just really helped get our minds clear of the news and the fear of
Yes.
getting the virus, and just thinking, well, this is healthy for us. And then, so after the 3 months went by, then we started the dopey training. So the walking is, I mean, we still walk during the week, but we stopped the walking videos and then began the running.
Awesome. Which have been awesome.
Thank you.
I like them. It really encourages us. So yeah, it's nice to watch your guys' videos, and it reminds everybody that this does affect like everybody, that and like to choose joy and to, you know, to be happy in any kind of situation, because it's just hard, and to keep on training. Like we talk about that a lot on the Princess page of like continually training, because it's like you don't know when it's going to end, but you don't want to start from like the very beginning. You want to just keep on pushing through, because then you'll be really sad that like, oh great, I've got dopey and like it's going off and I've got a month.
Right.
Unless you're Kathy, because then you can just go.
Yeah, she's
No
ready.
training, just
She's
go.
ready.
But one thing, like if somebody asked me if there was one thing I've noticed the most about what the training's done for me, I would say that I've noticed that when I get running, I can run longer. I can go further running than I could before without having to stop right away. Because there's times when Kim and I would start doing a practice, and she'd start running, and I'd say, wait, I got to stop.
Mhm.
And so now, like, we'll start out, and I find I can go further distance than I could before. And I think that's from the training that's helped.
That's
And
awesome.
And she's slimming down and toning up.
Hey.
now all
You're
the
like, that's right,
walking,
ladies. He's married to me, and now look at me.
no,
Right.
I don't have my thyroid. I had my thyroid removed, and we went into detail about that on one of our videos. But without a thyroid, you gain weight very easily.
Okay.
So I was gaining all this weight over the last couple of years because my thyroid was taken out in 2017. So it was depressing me. And then with all those walking trips we did those 3 months with the COVID, I wasn't losing weight. And I was like, I don't understand it. The weight's just not coming off. Now we've started all the running, and I've dropped down about 8 pounds, 9 pounds. So the running is really bringing the weight off. So we've seen a difference, and that's been encouraging me that, you know, it's a struggle for me to get the weight off, but it's encouraging to know that burning those calories, it's helping.
Yeah. Oh
So
my
it's
gosh.
motivating me to run at times when I don't feel like it.
Oh yeah. That's fabulous. Heck yeah, 8 pounds. Good for you. Congratulations. That's hard. It's hard to lose weight.
Mhm.
Um, okay. If you could create, if you could create a run, any kind of like run, it can be like an event or it can be like a theme, what would you create?
I would create a Bambi run, a nature one with Bambi, with little deer and rabbits and animals,
That would
little
be fun.
little signs of nature and stuff.
She tops it. So yeah.
Kathy, would that be a trail run or would it be like placed in like Disneyland or World?
I don't know.
Or would it be by Fort Wilderness at Disney World?
Maybe
Oh
a
my
deer
gosh.
wilderness, so you'd get the real deer.
Character
That would
shop.
be awesome. That'd be amazing. I'll sign up.
Oh,
Can I sign up for
and-
that, please?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sign up right now. Right now.
Speaking of
Take my money.
deer,
Huh? I'm sorry.
speaking of deer, Kimberly and I were on a local race. We were doing our last race. Our last live
Mhm.
local race was 10 miles back in March, the week before everything shut down. And we were running on this road, and a deer ran right out in front of me. And
It was
I
like
don't know
10
if
of them.
there were
4 or 10? I
there
don't
were
know.
3 or 4 of them, but if I had been any closer, I was at the right place at the right time, because if I had been a little further up, I would have been knocked down. But
Oh
it
my
it
gosh.
happened so fast. I was like, I don't believe that. So I froze, I stopped it, because when you see one deer, you think you're going to see more.
Mhm.
So sure enough, I turned and several others came right out in front of me.
Wow.
And
Our hearts were just pounding
this
away.
was during
I
a
can
race.
imagine. Oh my gosh. You're like, what in the deer?
They
That's
took
like,
like a minute off our time.
They did. They stopped
dang
us.
deer. Dang them. Give us our minute back. Very cool
God, no.
sight, but give me back my minute.
Right.
Ruining my pace. That's awesome. But what an amazing experience. I'm sure that it was like super cool, but super crazy. Were you guys like talking about it the entire way, like after to the finish line?
Yes.
Oh, thank God we didn't get hit by a
Loves
deer.
deer.
I
Yeah.
love deer, but to have it that close.
Not that close. That ain't Bambi.
No.
All right, we are almost out of time, ladies. So let's just do one more question. Especially during the summertime, it can kind of get like a little bit hotter, and there's a lot of I feel like especially this summer, since like COVID kind of hits, a lot of more people have decided to pick up running to kind of, help themselves, like help their bodies, kind of decompress or get anxieties out and stuff. But a lot of times, a lot of like men and women struggle with the fact that like just because they're like walking, they did like a mile or they did 2 miles, they don't really consider themselves like real runners. What would you say to them to make them realize, you know what, you are a real runner, you like give yourself the time and the space? What would you tell them?
If you are doing any sort of walk run, I don't care what pace it is, you are a runner. If you are getting out there, especially during the summer, it is difficult with the heat, but it will pay off in the fall and you'll be stronger and faster and better at it. So just hang in there. With it being tough right now, in a couple weeks, a month, you got it.
That's awesome. Anything for you, Kathy? You want to tell them anything?
I would just encourage people to get out there and move, keep moving, walking, running, doing whatever you can, whatever pace you can do, that you're doing great. And
definitely. Okay, I lied. I have one more question because this is more for me. I just want to know, do you guys fangirl over anybody else? Because like when I saw you guys, I fangirled like 110%. I didn't like wave like this, but I was like, oh, fangirl.
So I'm friends with Gerald from Res Runs. And we got a little fangirl over here.
Tell us more.
So Mama thinks he's handsome, but not like,
Girl,
just
you married. You were
Yeah.
like, you were beating down women. Come on.
so when we first met Gerald, he is having a meetup and Mama walked away for a second and he's like, "Where'd she go?" And Mama was like, "Oh, he noticed me."
Oh, because I went into a store to return something and I thought he's not going to notice I disappear, that I take off. And I left Kim at the meetup and he goes, "Where'd she go? Where'd she?"
He is such a sweetheart and
Yeah.
such a sweet
Aw.
person. And oh my goodness, if you haven't seen his videos, that is so encouraging. If he can do it, you can do it. Just, oh,
I agree. He's pretty awesome. I met him during Princess for the meetup that you guys had. I got to
yeah.
talk to him for like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, you're really fun. So that's,
Yeah.
and then Kimberly, do you fangirl over anybody still? Or are you kind of like, I know all run Disney royalty. That's what your guys' name is. I'm making it a thing. I'm making it a thing.
I hate to I just think of them as my friends. So
Yeah.
they're all just real people. Not that I can think of. I
Or
watch
movie stars.
YouTube and movie stars and things like that, of course.
Yeah. That's cool. And that's nice that you say it like that too, because then it reminds everybody that like you guys really are real. You guys have just been at this game a whole lot longer than everybody else has. So like I know I keep on saying that this is gonna end. We all know me and it never ends. Last question, I swear. I've already officially gotten off my paper. It's loose cannon over here. Well now I forgot my question.
Oh no.
I got all excited that I was like, oh, liberated from the sheet, and then now I can't remember. I can't remember. We'll come back to it another time. Okay, but thank you guys so much for coming on and taking again your guys' time to be here with us. We really, really appreciate it. You guys are so amazing. Keep up the awesome job that you guys do, the heart and the dedication that you guys have for your YouTube videos. It really helps us just kind of use those as training tools and to get us really excited for what's to come, especially for people who haven't necessarily gone to Run Disney event. We get to experience it through your guys' eyes, and it's such an amazing experience to us because then this is something that we get to look forward to. So I want to say thank you guys so much again. Thank you guys, Run Disney Princess family. We love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and we will catch you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.